Welcome to the show based on logistics on Edo Connect. Today we're with Dr. Loretta Oboroko, the writer of the book My Father's Daughter. This book deals with the moral, family values, and logistics of human trafficking from Edo State. Happy New Year and welcome to the brand new show on Edo Connect called Based on Logistics, where we interview Edo personalities who are currently exposing us positively in the diaspora. With me today, I have Dr. Loretta Oboroko. And I don't know if you've seen this book. I've seen it in parties, I've seen it come across my YouTube channel, and she's behind that movement. And let me welcome her. Dr. Oboroko.
Thank you, Mr. Alex Yamu.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How many aunties a day? How many aunties a week? How many a month, roughly?
Well, roughly in a week, I would say, because there was one that just lived down our road who grew up with my mom, I would say that one would make like 2 visits.
Every week?
Yes. She comes to greet my mother because my mother's husband had passed on and she was lonely. But obviously we know what she was coming to do. And there were those who were a bit farther off who would come maybe like once a month.
Was there any man? Was there ever any man who came to...
Ironically, now you ask, there was no man who came to do that business of say, go and work in whatever guise. But there were men who came to say, my brother lives in the US, go ahead and marry my brother. And life would never be the same again. Or my brother lives in Canada. So that was a different side to it.
Based on logistics, Loretta, My Father's Daughter.
It is.
Now, very interesting interview, very interesting book.
It is an interesting book.
Your mom started feeling, maybe these people are right. Maybe my daughters are not much use to me at home. Maybe they will never become much because the ones that go to university becoming prostitutes anyway. So let me join and send them to Italy.
Yeah.
And she came to you.
Yeah.
What did you say?
You see, I'll take you back to certain laws of physics. I'm a scientist. I studied physics in time. There's what you call the elastic limit, and there's what you call the yield point, where you no longer obey Hooke's law. Now, Hooke's law is when you stretch an elastic, it comes back to its normal shape. But there's a point where you get to, you stretch it and it doesn't come back. So that's the yield point. And after a while, it just doesn't obey that law. Now, I said something before. When you stare hunger in the face day in, day out, when you don't know when the next meal is going to come from, after a particular time, it just becomes really, really bad. And for my mom, the first 2 years were fine, but after that, she didn't even know what to do. She was lost. She was bereft of ideas, bless her. And it was then that these people are not stupid as well. They are watching. Don't forget, these are poachers. They poach on your mind, your body, and your soul. And they come in and sow the seed of discord that you begin to question yourself. Okay, what am I doing? This girl is going to school. Hey, medicine is 6 years. When will she finish? Can she finish? How will I train the others? Now, but don't forget that there was something my dad sowed in me, and that was understanding the meaning of delayed gratification. Understanding that I needed to crawl before I run.
But wait, you see, now I want to get... I go through the emotional parts because nobody has written a book like your book before.
Yes, because I lived it.
And I'm happy that to say you were giving an interview to give people some information to say this is what they do.
Yes.
You know. So your mom came to you, spoke to you. In retrospect, do you blame her for suggesting? And not just that. You were saying just now that these people they get in. Did they stop helping your mom intentionally?
Yes, there was even one who said that, the money I give to you, where do you think it comes from? Henceforth, I won't give it to you. If your children cannot go and do the same thing my children are doing, I won't give it to you. And I think for me, this is why I would not blame anybody who made the choices that got them into Europe or that got them into doing things they really didn't want to do. Because I have seen it, Alex. I have seen how life and life's woes can gradually manipulate the thinking of any sane person. It's like torture. It's like torture employed by other countries to get information from spies. Everybody has got a breaking limit. Now, all we have to do in our life is try and reorientate our mindset to increase that threshold. I may have a breaking limit. It may just be that my threshold is higher. I am not necessarily a perfect human being, but I was raised. It's a mindset.
While you were in school, some of your dads, there was a reference to a man who helped you.
Yes.
And later on, he came for sexual gratification.
Yes,
and
he
was
did.
your father's friend.
No, that wasn't the one who was my father's friend. That was the man who actually paid the scholarship for me to get through school.
Yeah.
He is a good man, but like all human beings, he has his flaws, and many men have their flaws. I am not particularly an unattractive woman myself.
We know
And
this.
then he just went down the road that most men go down, and at the end of the day told me he wanted to have sexual interactions with me. That saddened me. It didn't make me angry. It just saddened me that a man I had placed on a pedestal had dropped so low. And this is why we must raise our female children to understand that they can be anything they want to be. Because I understood that, I didn't need to accept his options.
Do you still see the aunties that come to you, that came to recruit you to go to it?
I still see them, and I must now say that many of them are old brigades. Some of them have died in mysterious circumstances.
And what about the girls, that friends of yours that you knew that left to Italy?
Some of them have passed on. Others have 4-bedroom Osasco houses that came out at that time. There was one particular builder, Osasco houses. But is that how you measure wealth? Is that how you measure success? No, that's not it. Many of them are not happy. I've been to Italy myself. I've been to different European countries. Many of them are not happy with the kind of life they have. And this is what we need to tell the girls today, the boys today. Illegal migration is not necessarily the solution. You have things within you, fearfully and wonderfully made young men and women. Change your thinking mindset. Everything you want is in you. And when you believe in yourself, you will upgrade anything you do. From hairdressing, if you want to be in the academia, why not? You can.
We're still on the book My Father's Daughter, and I have with me Loretta, as she likes to be known.
Yes, Loretta is fine. Udua is fine as well.
Good. Loretta,
Yes.
the description you've given in this book, you have described how I've grown up as a Benin boy.
Yes.
The women I see every day. I'll be honest to say to you, 80% of Benin women from 1980s, 1990 to a very high degree fit the profile of traffickers.
Yes, they did.
Now, with the trafficking being a word...
And they had male accomplices as well.
We had different parts.
Yeah.
But with it being a world problem now, something that started so small, maybe 1% of Benin women have been brought to books or have felt any kind of remorse. I want you to give a message to the 80%, whether those that caught, those that were not caught, but those that were really involved and they know in their hearts they've done something to motivate, you to carry this message.
You see, recently I did some academic work on human trafficking and contemporary slavery, and I found out that what made ours really difficult was that the link to voodoo and juju and the swearing. So when these girls were trafficked, they never would seek the help of the authorities in those countries because they felt that those things were watching them, their every move. And His Royal Highness, in his infinite wisdom, our Oba II, recently placed a curse on all of these, and it seems to have stemmed the tide a bit. Now, for those who do it and those who did it, I would employ their conscience. I would say that it is not necessarily making laws that matter, but actually what you owe your conscience, what in your heart you actually perceive as what is right or what is wrong. Are you happy that another man's child is in the cold and at risk of illnesses, diseases, crossing the desert to give you money?
Death.
What kind of money is that? Debt on your hands? Do you want to continue life like that? Or do you think you can make a difference? Even those who were involved in this before, you can decide to make amends. You don't need to tell us why you are doing what you're doing, but if you seek deep in your heart, how can you make amends?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the book, My Father's Daughter. Get it, Amazon, and many retail outlets available to you. Dr. Loretta?
Yes, designated outlets across Nigeria, and it's on Amazon worldwide.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. We should be going to Italy 2019.
Happy New Year again.
Same to you.
Yes. From My Father's Daughter to the daughter's mother, we speak to the lady who went through so much after the death of her husband, Mrs. Rose Uwadia, the mother of Dr. Loretta Oboroko. Welcome back to Based on Logistics on Edo Connect. You remember we interviewed Dr. Loretta Oboroko, the author of this book, My Father's Daughter, which deals with intricate details in trafficking from Benin-city. But it also says things about her mom, and I felt that interview wouldn't be complete unless we come to see her mom. With me today is our EA, Rose Oboru Uwadia, the mother of Dr. Loretta. Koi. Koi. Yes. You've read this book from your daughter. I have to ask you quick things. Been many things in our culture. You were the last wife of her father, your husband, Richard.
Yes.
How is it being the last wife to a Benin man? Let us understand today.
I never looked that side of last wife. Or maybe I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy him. I understand him very well.
Yes.
So I never regret it.
When he passed away, because he was very hardworking, he was quite affluent, he had enough. How did things change for you?
Oh, when he passed away, I feel the whole world collapsed on me. I have nobody. No brother, no sister, no friend. I was all alone.
With the children?
Yeah, with my children. I said, how am I going to cope with the children?
How many children from just you?
I have 5 children. 5.
And the family, how many children did he have in total?
My husband?
Yes.
I think my mate, he was a polygamous man. I think we were 4 wives, but illegally 2 of us were the standing wife, but he had children outside.
Okay. So when he passed on, was there anything provision for each wife, or you to say train the children and?
Before he passed on, he built a house with Loretta's name. That's give to Loretta and the brothers and sisters. So the house was not enough for me to have a tenant to collect money.
Okay.
We were all alone in the house.
You stay in the house?
Yeah. I was alone with my children in the house. It was not big enough. But the other woman has an upstairs for him. Build upstairs for the woman, the daughter of that woman too.
Okay, so
yeah.
And then as it passed, now things started to. You were not doing any work. You were not working.
I was not doing any work. I was trading, a petty trader. It was not enough for us to survive. So
And
I
what-
passed through her.
Ah.
Nobody could help.
Then the relatives that started coming to you, they look at you, they start suggesting that you should send your daughters.
None of the relatives, some friends came to me. They said, this hair you are passing through, it can be solved. I said, how? I said, I can let my daughter go to Italy. That is the reigning thing now. The people go to Italy to make money. I said, don't allow my daughter to hear what you are saying. She will kill me. She's not that type. So the woman said, okay, when you are ready, let me know. I said, I will never ready. He said, what about the other one? Because I was having 3 boys and 1 girl for their father.
3 girls and 1 boy.
So I said, he said, what about the other one? I said, no, none of them will go to Israel. He said, okay, when I'm ready, I'll let her know. I said, no, I won't be ready for that type of thing. Manage. I know there's God. God will help us.
So as things started getting harder, the friends, they stopped helping you because they wanted you to see the only way to make a
Oh,
living.
no, I never see anyone down. My God. Lorenta, when it was in year 2 when they lost the father, she passed through her. The day she eats and the day she not eat was, I don't know how she coped at school. She was managing. She never prostitutes. Though when you get to hall 1,
Uniben.
you see people line up in the night. My daughter will always be with her book, read her book.
So because in her book she said my mom was very strong, but the hardship was very hard. It got to a point she started to consider.
Because I was trading, I was selling at urban markets, but it was not enough to carry us. It's only one man. I don't know now if that man is still alive. He was a friend to my husband that helped me. When every year, Christmas, he will bring us rice, chicken, and add money to it. I never see my husband relations. Nobody. To even ask how you people doing. No.
Not one person.
Nobody.
So because Loretta writes here in the book that one day my mom came to me. She was tired and said, will you not consider what these people are saying?
I told her that when they have left, I said, my daughter, we are really suffering. You heard what those people said. Do you want to go to? She said, Mommy, I should not repeat it again to her. I said, I'm sorry, my daughter.
And she said when those women came, she went to confront them by herself. Now.
It was then she went to confront them that they should not worry her mother again. They should not come and tell her mother that she's not ready to go to Italy. Is it by force? If someone don't want to go to Italy, you leave the person. So the woman told me that my daughter came and be insulting her. I said she will never insult you. She just said you are mine, that you should not worry her mother again. That was all.
That's what happened. In the book, Loretta also says there were times when these people come to you to say your daughter, they were asking for all 3 of your daughters, not just Loretta.
And he said if Loretta could not go, that other. I said none of my children will go to Italy. Instead, we will struggle. We manage.
You manage just like that.
Yeah, we manage.
She said you could not tell the people not to come because they were friends and family members. You cannot tell them, get out, don't come to my house anymore.
But I told them not to come. But they continue coming, They make something out of this trafficking. So they want their money. So I told them that no way here, please. My children don't want to go to Italy.
I talked to her what they look like. You were not moved by all their shine.
No, I was not moved before. They were my friends. I cannot insult them, cannot do anything. I just said them, please, these children are not ready to go to Italy.
Did they carry their daughters?
And one of them has a daughter. there at Italy then, and his son in Italy then. But I couldn't let my children go.
Do you see any of those women today or any of those children that they took to Italy?
One of them is late, and the other one they are alive. Since I'm here now, we are not be seen. It's in Nigeria.
It's in Nigeria. She know that you are okay.
They know.
And you are proud of her. You are proud of your daughter.
Proud of my daughter.
What about your other daughters? They are doing okay now.
They are married.
They're all married. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a good end to the story, at least as far as the Ogboro family is concerned. Now that you are here, you know there's many girls in Italy and women going through this hardship. So if you give them a message to say, you should try to, it's not their fault.
It's not their fault. It's the economy of our country. We don't have a leaders in our country. That is why when people are suffering, you know what's called suffering. You don't want to experience it. They can't do anything. That is why most of them are going now. They die in the river, Mediterranean Sea. It's not a good thing. It's not. When you see what they are passing through there, especially on the way or their way going. Some died on the way, some died on the river. It's not a thing you encourage children to go to. But with the condition of our country, they cannot do nothing about it. They will say, if John go, he never survive, but I will make it. I'm not John, I can make it, but it may not come out like that. Maybe the same thing with John dying in the river too. So
and nobody hear about them.
Nobody
hear about them. Well, our leaders, take note. He have said we need good leaders. Miss Rosie Ogboro, thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is the book, My Father's Daughter, available on Amazon. We have come to disturb you, and we're on our way out. Happy New Year. Iselugbe.
Iselugbe ọba àtọ́pẹ́ o.
Thank you.